Hi, welcome to Polyphonic Press. I'm Jeremy Boyd.
I'm John Van Dyke.
And today we're going to be talking about the Beastie Boys lawsuit against Goldieblox. Here we go. Alright, so you might have heard about the Beastie Boys lawsuit against Goldieblox, which is a toy company that promotes like engineering kind of toys. They're basically toys for brains. And they have a recent marketing campaign that's targeted towards girls to try and get girls interested in engineering and building and science and things like that. And their ad campaign used a Beastie Boys song that they didn't get the permission from Beastie Boys to use the song, and there was a huge lawsuit going on. They've since settled, but we just kind of wanted to talk about it because it's an interesting story. So this is on theguardian.com, and basically but I'm sure there's many other sources that are reporting on it as well. And so what had happened was they used Beastie Boys' song Girls from their debut album, Licensed to Ill, I believe. And basically the song is exactly what you would expect. It's about trying to hook up with a girl. And so they changed the words to sell their toy product and try to get young girls interested in their toys. And the problem that Beastie Boys have with it is, one, they didn't license their song to the toy company, and two, that's really the only concern is they didn't license their song to the toy company. And so what the toy company did in response, I think Beastie Boys sent them a cease and desist notice, and in response, Goldieblox, I think that's Goldieblox, filed a preemptive lawsuit against Beastie Boys. And so this brings up a couple questions of what's copyright infringement, what's parody, what's allowed, and it gets into a huge gray area. So you know the story. What do you think? Like, I know Adam Yauch, MCA from Beastie Boys, passed away in the summer of 2012, and in his will specifically said he did not want any of Beastie Boys music to be used in advertisements. But their argument was it's not really, they have fair use because it's parody. What's your kind of take on the whole thing?
See, it would be fine for fair use if it wasn't being used commercially.
Yeah.
Parodies are fine and everything, and they're pretty well protected by free speech laws and whatnot. Yep. But if you're using that to advertise, it doesn't matter what you're advertising. If you don't have the permission to do it, then you don't.
Then you don't have permission.
Exactly.
That's the thing. If it was like a Weird Al type thing, it would have been fine. But it's not. They're using it to. I guess legally they would be allowed to use it because it is a parody, but at the same time,
I don't know, because I don't know if anybody's tried to create their own parody for a commercial yet. I would think somebody would have, but
they have, but it's always been with the artist's permission. Like the famous Pepsi commercial that Michael Jackson did, where he got burned.
That was his own.
Yeah, but it was a parody version of Billie Jean.
But it was his own parody version of it.
Yeah. So I don't think it's ever been done without the artist's permission.
Yeah.
So the Goldieblox have released a statement, and it states, "We don't want to fight with you." This is directed to Beastie Boys. They said, "We don't want to fight with you. We love you and are actually huge fans. When we made our parody version of your song Girls, we did it with the best of intentions. We wanted to take the song and we weren't too proud of and transform it into a powerful anthem for girls." I don't know. I mean, the song is about trying to meet women. I don't know if that's.
I don't think
I don't think that's
I
really.
think the parodied version isn't.
No, the parodied version isn't, but the original is, and that's kind of a backhanded compliment to Beastie Boys, saying it was a song that we're fans of Beastie Boys, but it's a song we're really not that proud of. It's kind of a little bit of a backhanded kind of a slap to Beastie Boys. We wanted to take the song we weren't too proud of and transform it into a powerful anthem for girls. They continued, "Our hearts sank last week when our lawyers called us with threats that we took very seriously. As a small company, we had no choice but to stand up for ourselves. We did so sincerely, hoping we could come to a peaceful settlement with you." What they didn't mention is they actually filed a lawsuit against Beastie Boys, a preemptive lawsuit. Because of the cease and desist order from Beastie Boys, as I mentioned before. Yeah, and so I think they realized that they were being disrespectful to a member of the group who has passed away. And he said specifically and very clearly in his will that he did not want any of his music to be used in advertisements. I understand that it's their product is has good intentions behind it, trying to get young kids, especially girls, interested in it's like engineering and stuff like that. But they're still a business, and it's still a product that they're trying to sell. And so it concludes, since actions speak louder than words, we have already removed the song from our video. In addition, we are ready to stop the lawsuit as long as this means we'll no longer be under threat from your legal team. We don't want to spend our time fighting legal battles. We want to inspire the next generation. We want to be good role models, and we want to be your friends. So this kind of raises the question, I mean, parody is okay. Is parody okay if you're trying to sell a product behind it?
I think it's fine, but they should have had permission from the musician, and that's the only real issue right now.
Yeah, they should have asked first.
Like, I'm pretty sure that a will is considered a legal document.
Yeah.
So,
but
you can't really. I mean, it's already written in a legal document that they don't want their stuff in commercials.
But the question is once it becomes a parody, is it still their song?
That is tricky, but it's in part
see where
it still
the gray
is.
area comes in.
In part, it still is.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
as you know, as much as Weird Al does his own stuff, and I don't think he has to pay royalties to anybody or anything like that. But
no,
there's still a certain amount of that song belongs to the original artist.
And he always, even though he legally doesn't have to, he always asks the artist permission to parody their song.
Yeah.
Even though a parody is completely legal, you do not need permission. You don't even need permission to cover someone's song.
No,
as long as you give the publishing rights to whoever owns the publishing rights to that song. You don't even need permission to cover a song, as long as you're paying the proper royalties.
It's probably best that way.
Yeah.
Because Prince.
But let us know what you guys think in the comments. What constitutes a parody? Is it okay to use a parody for advertisements? Do you think Goldieblox was in the right in using their songs, or are you siding with Beastie Boys? Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe so you know when we post new videos. You can also check us out on Twitter and Facebook, and that's about it. I'm Jeremy Boyd.
I'm John Van Dyke.
Take it easy.